the Peugeot 408 GT. This is the car behind me. You've probably never seen it before. Because why? It has just arrived in Malaysia. This car is going to be assembled at the Stellantis plant in Gurun. Now, Stellantis is the brand leader. They are the house. Stellantis house are the people who own the Peugeot brand with a lot of other brands. But we're not going to talk about the other brands right now. We're just going to talk about Peugeot. So, the new Peugeot logo, the 408 GT. This is a sportsback. Now, why we call it a sportsback is because the glass, the rear glass and the boot lid are all one. As you can see, you got a big boot space. This is not an electric car, let me remind you. This is an ICE car, petrol-driven 1.6 PureTech engine, turbocharged, 219 brake horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque. All that coming from a 1.6 turbo, which means your road tax is very reasonable, yet you get a very powerful engine. And the fuel economy is surprisingly good. I will tell you this because why? I've been driving it for a few days and it is very good. But, you know, when we test drive a car, we push it. Beautiful rims. They look almost like they're carbon fiber, but they're not. 20-inch, slightly raised off the ground. So you got that whole crossover stance, okay? Yet it's still a fastback. Come to the front and you'll see how this petrol-driven car looks like an electric car. Look at that look. And it's got radar, sensors and everything else. Because why? It's fully loaded with safety features. It's a car designed to keep you safe. So this is the 408 GT in showrooms very soon. The price, I cannot share that yet. You'll have to wait for the official launch. So what is it like behind the wheel of the 408 GT? This new 408 GT, as you've seen, it's seductive looking, it's very stylish, it's very aggressive, it's a fastback. Now you get into the car, you'll see the cockpit. The cockpit might not be the biggest cockpit, but it has all the information readily available. It's beautifully presented. It's in a 3D dimension, but you have to be in the car to understand it. In a video, you might not see it. So everything, you know, sort of jumps out at you and gives you a very clear picture of what you want to see when you want to see it. Now you have the infotainment screen here. Now I have to emphasize how beautifully designed this infotainment screen is because it is below the aircon vents. Now being below the aircon vents, number one, in our heat, it doesn't feel hot. Number two, it doesn't hinder any viewing out. Number three, it looks so nicely presented and it's big enough for you to use it. Plus we know how well the aircon system is. This aircon system goes down to 13 degrees. Can you see from 14? I go down to 13, low. So it's one of the best aircon systems in the country. Plus you got Focal sound system. Focal is a premium sound system in the audio system market. Beautifully designed seats, comfortable. Peugeot has been legendary for seat comfort. You know that. If you talk to anybody from, you know, a different decade, they will tell you, yes, Peugeot seats are the best. Now, 1.6 PureTech turbocharged engine. PureTech is the designer name for Peugeot engines. This 1.6 engine delivers 219 brake horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in 8.8 seconds. Now, it might not sound like a lot, but the torque delivery is so, I would say, smooth, fast and involving that the car feels faster than 8.8 seconds. Now, we're going to change the drive mode from eco to normal. That gives you a bit more power, but we want to go into sport mode, so everything becomes a little bit red and exciting. And here we go. Remember, this is the 1.6 engine. Nice firm brakes, good handling, in fact very good handling, nice steering feel, weighted perfectly. Well, it almost feels like a hot hatch in disguise. Yes, it's a sportsback, it's four-door, it's you know, it's long, it's wide, it's very spacious, there's lots of legroom at the back, and yet it feels like a hot hatch. So they've disguised this family vehicle very well. And you've got the sunroof here. You've got nice fit and finish, Alcantara material on the doors. I mean, it's a complete vehicle. Now, the best part is Peugeot will be selling this vehicle. Right now, of course, it's petrol driven, as an electric car later on. Same shape, electric car. With the petrol version, there'll be 3 variants. We are driving the top version, the GT. There'll be 2 other variants coming. Don't worry, we will share with you all the launch information, news, prices when it comes.